carousel of color. Wonderful, wonderful color.
Walt Disney presents
The wonderful world of color.
Tonight, from the wonderful world of Disney, we present Atta Girl Kelly. The companionship between dog and man is a friendly association that has existed since history began. One in which the dog asks nothing in return but a little care and affection. Of course, dogs, like people, are of different types. Some are dogs for men. Some are strictly ladies' dogs. There are those that are proud and well-groomed, and there are those that are not. But in all dogs, a capacity for love and a desire to share experiences with their human masters are common traits. A dog may retain his own individuality, but a dog will also become part of a team and pull his load for man when the going is roughest. Dogs have shared the wild excitement of the chase with man. Dogs have been his partner on the hunt, steady and alert. Dogs have long tended flocks for man, working with skill and intelligence and dedication. Whatever it may be, the size of the job is by no means a measure of the size of the dog to do it. But of them all, the dog who becomes a man's eyes when he has no sight answers the highest canine calling.
Left, Kelly, left. Hop, hop. Right, Kelly, right. Up, up. That's good girl, Kelly. Good girl, Kelly. Up, up, Kelly. Right, Kelly. Right, Kelly. Sit, Kelly, sit. Rest, Kelly. Rest, Kelly. You can rest now. Atta girl, Kelly. I'd like you to meet the leading lady on this program. This is Kelly. She's a CNI dog, and if she could tell her own story, I'm sure you would agree it's the most unusual dog story we've ever chosen to present. Kelly comes from the CNI school in Morristown, New Jersey, and we pay tribute now not only to her, but to her alma mater. Ever since 1929, this privately supported institution has been teaching dogs like Kelly to be companions and guides, actually seeing eyes for blind men and women. Now, not all guide dogs are seeing eye dogs, even though people mistakenly think so. The true seeing eye dog comes only from Morristown. The name is a registered trademark. This philanthropic organization doesn't solicit funds. The American public has so generously supported it over the years that in 1959, the CNI found it could meet its responsibilities for the foreseeable future without asking for more money. The only cost to a blind person wanting a CNI dog is $150. In return, he receives his dog and room and board during 4 weeks of training at the school. Transportation from the blind person's home any place in North America and back again is also paid by the CNI. In a good CNI dog, it's not so much a matter of unquestioned obedience. It's a question of intelligence and temperament and sometimes judgment. and most important, a capacity to love. In this story, you'll see how Kelly has to learn to love three different masters. It's in three parts, and this first part, naturally enough, is called K for Kelly. Kelly, are you listening? Your story started on a farm in New Jersey, remember?
It wasn't a big farm. Looked like any other around. Early American, colonial house, the kind George Washington was always supposed to be sleeping in. But in a closer look, there was a difference. There hadn't been a plow put to those fields in years. And anybody could tell right away that those pens weren't for chickens or rabbits. No, this was a special kind of a farm because it raised a special kind of a crop. Anybody'd say those were just ordinary pups. Looked like any other German Shepherds. But same as the farm, there was a difference. These were born and bred for a special job. To help some people get around on their own. Give them a chance to live a near normal life. When these pups grew up, they were going to be seeing eye dogs. Eyes for the blind. As soon as they were up to it, we'd take them up on the hill for exercise. We knew they'd follow if we brought the mother along. And we had a regular trail we called the puppy walk. Of course, almost without fail, every litter seemed to have a tail end Charlie, one you had to keep an eye on. Come on, stick together, everybody. No time for straying off. First time out, you had to watch these little fellas. As long as you could get their attention and keep talking to them, they'd stay up with you pretty well. But you couldn't let them out of your sight. And sometimes, you'd have to sort of help them over the rough spots. This, by the way, was the K litter. I guess I might explain that. You see, with so many litters coming along all the time, we needed a system to keep track of them. So we used the alphabet. First letter of the year was the A litter, the second B, and so on. And then each pup got a name beginning with that letter. For instance, these pups were Kathy, Kerry, Katie, Kevin, Corky, Kushla, and last but not least, Kelly. All born, as you might have figured, on St. Patrick's Day. The K gang was a likely-looking lot, and I was proud of them. Just the kind of dogs the seeing eye wants. All except maybe Kelly. With her, I couldn't quite tell yet. Whenever there was any horseplay going on, it was generally Kelly that started it. Sometimes I wondered if she'd ever settle down, start paying attention to business, and stop playing the clown. At 3 months, when Kelly'd been weaned, it was time to start an important part of her training. She needed to get used to people besides me. I knew she'd missed the breeding farm, but I had a nice young fella picked out to be her new master. A brand new 4-H member named Danny Richards.
Danny? Thanks, Mom. Now eat. Oh, go away, will you, Sassy? Mom, they're here!
Oh, Sassy. Go way back.
Sure, Danny. All dogs want someone to love them.
Oh, I do, more than anything.
Well, that's the best start in the world.
Danny's pretty excited this morning.
Well, what's up?
He doesn't quite know how to tell you about his 4-H project.
Why?
Well, he's getting a special kind of dog.
A dog? Well, any kid can take care of a dog. What's a farmer's son gonna learn raising a dog?
He's raising it for the seeing eye. I think we should be very pleased that Danny was picked for this job.
Well, my first 4-H project was a prize beef. Put a lot of sweat into it, and it paid off.
Cal, at Danny's age, everything doesn't have to pay off. He'll have his prize beef next year.
Now, don't forget, the seeing eye has to know everything about Kelly. Keeping up her record is an important part of your 4-H project.
I promise. Shoo! Oh, Sassy, go away! It's all right, Kelly. Don't be scared. Just when you get bigger, you'll show her.
You got her feeding instructions. I'm available for any help you need, okay?
Okay.
You two are gonna get along fine.
Yes,
You're
sir.
on your own now. Good luck.
Thanks, Mr. Boyle. And don't you worry. I'll make a real good seeing eye dog out of Kelly. You watch.
You just make a real good dog out of her. That's all we ask.
Look, this is Kelly. Isn't she a beauty?
Oh, she certainly is.
Kelly. It's Sassy's fault, Mom. He scared her. And besides, she's not used to living in a house yet.
Well, she certainly makes herself at home.
Well, better the kitchen than the living room, I suppose.
Every youngster in the 4-H does something useful. Our boy plays with dogs.
And it was an accident. All puppies have accidents. But it sure got Kelly started off wrong. Anyway, the rest of the day went fine. Except maybe when she dug a hole in the middle of the vegetable garden and took the meat we were gonna have for dinner. Parents sure get upset about little things. Kelly, no! First thing tomorrow, Kelly's gonna start learning discipline. All right, Kelly. Go to sleep now. Good night. No, Kelly. You've got your own bed. That's where you sleep. So good night. Oh, come on, Kelly. You don't want to get spoiled, do ya? But remember, first thing tomorrow, you start learning. That summer whizzed by so fast, it was hard to know where it had gone. Kelly grew like a weed, and she was 6 months old almost before I knew it. She wasn't really a puppy anymore, though she still had some puppy habits. For some reason, she liked chasing rabbits. She never caught one. She was too clumsy. And half the time, she couldn't even find one when it was right under her nose. Sometimes she'd get real brave and take on Dad's cows. They'd stand for just so much, and then decide they'd had enough of her. There was one particular day I think I'll never forget as long as I live. I don't think Kelly will either. That was the day she cornered a rabbit under the house, or thought she had. All I could say for her was that if she was supposed to be getting experience living with me, she was sure getting it the hard way. But I loved her anyway, and she'd learn to love me too. By the time September came around, I realized I had a problem, as though going back to school wasn't problem enough. Kelly and I hadn't been separated once in all the time I'd had her. And now, how was I going to explain that she'd have to stay behind? That they didn't allow dogs in class? By this time, I had her pretty well trained, and she was good at minding me if she felt she knew what I wanted. You wait now, and I'll be back as soon as I can. Remember now, you stay. This was one day I could tell they had her puzzled, because I'd never gone off and left her like this before. We're not sure how she got to town. We only know she made it. And we figure she must have been pretty confused, trying to find someone she knew. It was only natural for her to strike up an acquaintance with another dog. But it wasn't until much later that we found out she'd met up with one of the seeing eye dogs.
Sit. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. That's good. Would you go away? Would you get away? Good girl. Come on. And left. 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 Hope. Hope. Forward. Hope. Forward. Go on now. Come on.
Mr. Boyle said afterwards it was lucky she ran into one of the seeing eye instructors. Well, maybe it was, though I wasn't so sure. Because the next thing that happened, she bumped into the director of training for the seeing eye.
Having trouble, Mr. Howell? Mr. Durand. Yes, sir, this stray's been following us since Park Place. Yes, I've been watching. The dog behaved well. Until just now. Got a little fed up, I guess.
And you didn't correct him?
Well, the stray's bothering her, sir. I was going to correct it.
This is a very common situation, Mr. Howell, and to be expected when your dog is leading a blind person. So he has to be prepared to meet it. If he allowed himself to be distracted, his master would be in some difficulty, you agree?
Well, yes, sir.
You must train him to pay absolutely no attention, no matter how much he's bothered.
What if the other dog starts a fight?
Takes two to fight.
Yes, sir.
Well, she's used to people. Quite a good dog, really. Still young. Oh, I wonder if it's possible. Oh, girl. Oh. Yes, she is one of ours.
She is?
Yeah, bred at the puppy farm. See? There's her number. Yeah, she's being raised by one of the 4-H children.
I wonder how she got here.
Well, apparently she ran away. Continue, Mr. Howell. I'll take care of the dog.
Yes, sir.
Up, up, up. Come on.
Kelly didn't just run away, Mr. Boyle. She tried to follow me to school.
All the way to Morristown, Danny?
Doesn't seem likely, son.
But I'm sure she did. Anyway, I shouldn't have made her stay in the house.
We're not trying to blame anyone, Danny. It's natural. Dogs wander off sometimes, especially when they're still pups.
This won't count against her.
Well, it may be an indication of her personality. That's why we ask you to keep a record. Give us a picture of her everyday behavior. Not all dogs are suited for guide work.
Then this could affect her chances.
Well, not all by itself, Mr. Richards. But if she runs away again, or if the record shows other problems...
Like what?
Well, if she's inclined to be skittish, or stubborn, if she's belligerent or scares easily...
Kelly's not like that. At least I don't think so.
Thanks for the coffee, Mrs. Richards.
Oh, you're welcome. Come again.
So long, Jim.
Thanks for bringing Kelly back.
That's okay, Danny. Don't forget to put this in a record.
I will, Mr. Boyle. I promise. Mr. Boyle.
Oh. Thanks, Danny.
She didn't run away, Dad. Honest.
Well, Danny, it looks like you're going to have to toe the mark, too.
I will.
You can't hold up your end. I'm afraid we'll have to give the dog back.
No, Dad.
Well, it seems to me you're handling Kelly wrong. No play, no work, making her irresponsible.
But I've been trying to teach her.
Not hard enough. Kelly's more than just your pet. She's got a big job ahead of her. You've got to prepare her for it.
I will, Pa. She'll be ready, won't you, Bill? All right, Kelly. Sit. Stay. Good girl. No, Kelly! Come back! Go on, Kelly! Fight! Don't be scared! Stand up to her! That's the way, Kelly! Show 'em! Atta Girl, Kelly! Give it back to him! to put this all on your record. Guess Jim Boyle can't call you a scaredy cat now. When Christmas came around, Kelly got about as many presents as the rest of us, because by now she was part of the family. Hey, it's a blanket. Come on, girl.
That's female logic for you. Blanket for an animal with a built-in fur coat.
Fur coat or not, she still gets cold.
It looks swell, Mom.
Thank you, son.
Hey, something else in your stocking, Kelly. From Dad.
Well, it's Christmas, isn't it?
Look, Kelly. Your own personal bone. Here, catch. Kelly says thanks, Dad.
Sure.
And thanks for everything. This has been the best Christmas yet.
Hey, wait a minute. Didn't you forget something?
I did?
Yeah. I know I put it here somewhere. Yeah. Here it is.
Thanks, Dad. Say, it looks swell. Thanks a lot, Dad.
Well, there's some good stuff in there, especially the chapter on sheep.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Danny, take this to the kitchen for me.
Come on, Kelly.
Honestly, honey, animal husbandry for Christmas?
Well, the dog has to go back to the C&I come spring. Time he started thinking about his next project.
But he'll miss her so.
I suppose, but he can't keep her forever.
She's awfully little now. Be gentle. You've had enough. Don't worry, Dad. They're gonna be friends.
Well, they ought to be. Kelly's a shepherd. She's supposed to look after sheep, isn't she?
That's the girl, Kelly. See that, Dad? She was protecting the lamb.
I'm satisfied. All right, you've had enough exercise today. Back into the pen with you.
Just one thing, honey. Now that we have it, what are we going to do with it? Or are you planning on going into the wool business?
Oh, no. I figure he'll keep the grass down in that north pasture we're not using.
Well, it's going to be some time before he's big enough to be let out alone, much less keep the grass down. Who's going to feed him, take care of him till then?
I will.
Oh?
Danny will be bringing Kelly back to the C&I in a couple of weeks so he can take over.
Oh, yeah. Sure, Dad. Anytime you want. Let's go, girl.
Okay, you're about as sensitive as a rhinoceros. Can you imagine how Danny must feel?
Not too good, I guess.
Good. To keep a dog for a whole year, and he learns to take care of it. He loves it. Now he has to give it away. He feels miserable.
Well, he knew this was going to happen when he took over the project, and he agreed.
He would have agreed to anything to have that puppy.
Well, now that's why I got him the lamb, to give him something else to think about. Something much more practical.
Practical.
sure you don't want to go to the Davises with us tonight?
No thanks, Dad. I promised I'd take Kelly to the 4-H meeting so everybody could say goodbye to her. It's their last chance.
By the way, I understand Jim Boyle isn't coming on Saturday. You want to bring Kelly to the seeing eye yourself.
It's all right, isn't it? You can take me.
Oh, sure. Any special reason?
If I feel this bad now, think how bad Kelly's gonna feel on Saturday. I figure it'll be easier on her if I take her there, instead of a stranger just taking her away.
Well, that's good figuring, son.
Dad?
Mm-hmm?
Kelly was awful good to the lamb today, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Remember when Mr. Boyle said that Kelly could flunk out on account of running away?
Yeah?
Well, if she did flunk out...
That would be too bad, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I like to think we all have a special destiny. We're all put on this earth to do certain jobs, big or small. I think the same thing goes for animals. You take Kelly there. Born and bred to help the blind. That would be a shame if she were kept from that destiny.
Yeah. It would. By spring, Kelly knew the whole school routine. She'd see me off every morning, and she'd be waiting for me every afternoon when I came home. This is the last time you'll be seeing me off to school. I don't know about you, but I'll sure miss it. See you later, Kelly. Hey, Dad, you seen Kelly anywhere around?
No, not since this morning.
Cal? Did you let the lamb out of the pen?
Of course not.
Well, it's gone.
What?
It's gone.
Then that's it. Kelly didn't just run away. She's with the lamb.
Might be, I suppose.
I swear she is.
Danny, where are you going?
To look for him. back yet? Where could they have gone?
Well, look at it this way, Danny. If anything had happened, we'd have heard by now, I'm sure.
You'd think somebody would have seen them.
Well, we'd have heard that, too. The important thing right now is they're expecting you to bring Kelly back to the Seeing Eye tomorrow morning. Don't you think you better call them?
No. Not yet. She'll come home. I know she will.
Make that phone call?
Just give him a little while longer, Dad. Dad!
Kelly and the lamb got into the gravel pit, and the lamb got stuck in the conveyor belt, but Kelly got her out. And then the big steam shovel almost caught the lamb, but... Danny, do you know that all this happened?
Well, not exactly. But it could have. Honest, it could have. We figured they got in the gravel pit, and Kelly...
Write it the way you know it, son.
But I don't know, Dad. And if I say she just plain ran away...
You have to say what's right for her, as well as for yourself. Well, we gotta be leaving in a few minutes, sir.
Kelly ran away yesterday. Maybe you won't believe me, but the reason was to protect Dad's lamb and bring it back home. To me, this shows she's got responsibility, and she'll make a real fine seeing-eyed dog. Keep your fingers crossed, Kelly. Come on, let's go.
All set to go? Well, Kelly, you be a good girl and you do us proud, you hear?
Oh, she will, Mom.
I'm sure she will. Are you all right, Danny?
Of course.
Try not to feel badly.
I can't help it, Mom. This is the way it's gotta be. Come on, Kelly.
Silly. You're going to miss her as much as he will.
By the time we reached Morristown, I was feeling pretty bad about losing Kelly. I knew I'd miss her like everything, and I knew she'd miss me too. Then a thing happened that made me proud of her, and proud of what she was going to be. Shh, Kelly. Take it easy, Kelly. That's what you'll be doing soon if you're lucky.
Richards?
Sir, hope we didn't keep you waiting.
Not at all. It's Mr. Durand, Director of Training.
Mr. Durand?
Mr. Richard, how are you?
Fine.
Matt Howell, one of our instructors.
How are you?
This is Mr. Richards. Danny.
Hello, Danny.
Hi.
Glad to meet you. So, young man, you brought us a dog.
Yes, sir.
A good dog, you think?
The best.
I wouldn't be surprised. Just from the look of her, I'd say she'd meet our requirements easily.
But if she doesn't?
Then you may have her back. Is that what you want?
No. She's a seeing eye dog, and that's what I want her to be.
Good. Will you take her now, Mr. Howell?
Yes, sir.
So long, Kelly. You show him now, huh?
Come on, Kelly.
Mr. Boyle, do you have a puppy at the farm for Danny?
Ready and waiting.
Thanks. But I'm going to camp this summer, so I couldn't take care of it.
Well, if you ever change your mind, be one waiting for you.
Thanks. Here's Kelly's record.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Danny. It just takes a little time.
Well, he'll handle it. Bye now.
Nice meeting you.
See you.
At least the boy can understand. But what of the dog? She's also learned to love. But now it's over. She must forget and learn to love again. Not once more, but twice. We wouldn't ask this of a person, yet we expect it of her. It's a lot to ask. A lot to ask of anyone.
Next time, despite her love for the boy, Kelly must leave him to become eyes for a blind person. And it's the job of Matt Howell to train those eyes.
Steady, girl. Up, up. Kelly, sit. Kelly, forward.
But from the beginning, Matt has a tough problem facing him. Kelly's devotion to Danny.
Couldn't we look at it the other way around, Mr. Durand? I mean, Kelly wasn't running away from us as much as she was running to Danny Richards. After all, she can't be expected to forget him right away.
True. But will she ever forget?
Be with us next time when a dog
Kelly!
and two human beings are faced with a decision nobody wants to make.
Hi, Mr. Howell.
In the story of a seeing eye dog, Atta Girl Kelly, on The Wonderful World of Disney.